AKA Johnny Powell. Yay!
Excuse me, may I just say something?
Yes.
I'm kind of height challenged, and I don't know if anybody can see me, really, because this
Well,
gentleman...
he's good. Right after the first scene, he moves over there.
Oh, but
Right after the first scene, he moves over there.
I'm in the first scene.
I know, but right after that, because he's your husband.
Oh, it's me, my husband.
Yes.
All right,
Your
just trying to get rid of him. All right. John, the star is just trying to get rid of him.
I'm only your husband for
Oh my God, she's already in
Let's kick him out of the way.
Now that's interesting.
Tim.
So if you have to go, please duck under the camera. Thank you, ladies, for manning the food table. That's an important table. I should say manning, or should I say ladying? How this came to be, I found out about the playwriting class through Jeannie Nakano, who's supposed to be here tonight. Well, George had a nice idea for a play. I teach a singing class that doesn't let out till 6:30. There's no time to dump me off, even, open the car door and dump me. So, okay, I'll come along and I'll be one of the readers, whatever. But after a few weeks, I got some ideas, mostly based on the finale to the show, a song that I'd already written called Goin On A Journey. George was doing a play with music. I had a friend do a one-woman show taking songs from the Great American Songbook, giving a story. There was an article in the New Yorker about a play with music, not a musical. The character started chattering in my head. No, I am not schizophrenic, although I do listen to voices in my head.
Hey, you're smart.
That's supposed to be funny. And I started from the middle, worked my way up. Not the usual way. And through Tim's guidance, this became a full-length play. I'd like to introduce the cast. First of all, we have the narrator, Tom. Give it up for Tom. He's an actor, and he sings Barbershop. And then we have the man at the bar, who's also a patient in rehab.
Chris.
And
His name is Chris.
I know that, Chris. I know who you are. I was finished with you. And he's a screenwriter, a director, and a producer, as well as an actor. Multi-talented. Sandy plays Maddie's mother, an interesting woman. And Sandy has an extensive theatrical resume, both in musicals and plays. And on her bio on the back of the program, you can go and read her resume.
Well, it's my website.
Right. Okay, Dr. Bardwell. Yeah, give it up for Sandy. Yay! And Dr. Bardwell and her husband, Marvin, is Gil, who is a professional actor as well as an accomplished poet, and other things. And I'm very pleased to introduce my son Lawrence, who wants to be a part of Mom's creativity. How cool is that? And he plays Bartender Joe, as well as doing some sound effects and props. Now the fourth, give it up for Lawrence. Now the four best friends from college are these people. Linda Gohada plays Laura, and Linda was in Letters to Eve in Santa Monica and shared the role with Jeannie Nakano. And she's also in my singing class, plays ukulele wonderfully, and is in the Toronto Civic Chorale. Give it up for Linda! We have another Linda, Linda Singer, and she plays Maddie, the main character. And it's about her fall from grace and her redemption. And Linda is a playwright on her own, an actor, a poet, published poet, as well as a co-founder of Poetry Apocalypse in San Pedro every third Sunday. Give it up for Linda. George plays Jerry, Linda's husband. George is a singer-songwriter. He is also in the playwriting class and is writing a play about the naked man. And if you look that up on YouTube, The Naked Man.
The Naked Song.
Yes, that's a song. And he was also an actor in the Asian American Theater up in San Francisco. He was a professional drummer for years at the age of 13 and has performed internationally. So give it up for George. And Al is played by Kiki, sometimes known as Johnny Powell, is Jerry's best friend. Kiki is also in the playwriting class, telling the story of his family in World War II. He also plays the guitar, steel guitar, specializing in Hawaiian music. And if you're ever at a Hawaiian festival, you'll probably see him, but he also rocks out with 60s and country and whatever else. So give it up for Kiki. And y'all know me, otherwise you would not be here. Now, I'd like to bring up our illustrious leader who wrote a play called Visas and Virtues, which won an Academy Award, and Susan starred in that. And without him, this is not possible. So, thank you so much, Tim, and if you say a few words.
Well, good evening. Thank you for coming. What this is a table read. Our class is structured so that people bring in maybe 10 pages at a time, and then it's read and then critiqued. But this is the first opportunity to hear the play from start to finish, which is a critical part of the writing process, because this is the opportunity to see if the scenes flow, if there's any confusion. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. So we'll start with the table read and run straight through. And then after the play is read, then we'll take a quick break and then come back for comments. For comments, what I'd like to do tonight is find out what you like about the play, what characters you like, what situations, what scenes, and if you are confused about anything in the play. Now that's kind of a loaded question, because this is a table read, and sometimes you may not hear a stage direction, so you might miss something. So for the confusion part, if you can confine it to a character, like if you don't understand the character. And then what I'd like to, after that, is have Gwendolyn, if you have any questions for cast, for audience, if there's something that you have, if you need some clarification about in the play, or if you just ask a question like which character you like, anything you want. So it's not going to be a long comment section. So we'll take a break, and what we've been asked is that if we have some refreshments back here, but if the actors can have first crack at the water and snacks, and then all of us can go after the actors get whatever they want. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stand back here because it is warm in here. But sometimes one of the classes downstairs, there's a lot of yelling going on. So if I need to, I'm going to close the window. So that's all. So, and there's music in the play. So why don't we get started? So.
And if anybody does not feel comfortable making comments, I did put my email at the front, and y'all have my phone number or way to contact me, so if you don't see anything out loud. And if you don't say anything, I will be after you. Will you love me for always? Be near me for always. Our hearts united in one and the rivers run dry. Will you love me for always? Will you love me for always? Be near me for always. Our hearts united in one perfect love. Will you love me for always?
Scene 1, getting married. The stage is a split screen. One side is Mattie's bedroom. It is a few hours before her wedding. She's doing things like admiring herself in her veil, touching childhood things like her teddy bear, hugging photo of her future husband, leaving things behind, looking to a new life. Mattie has a wine bottle half empty and a full wine glass. She is tossing back big gulps periodically and refilling. By the end of the scene, the wine bottle is empty. The scene starts with both Mother and Mattie in the bedroom.
Well, it's about time you got married. Took you long enough.
Well, I was going to college and studying. I did graduate summa cum laude.
And what did that get you? A lousy paper to frame and expenses for your father and me.
I did get several scholarships.
Not smart enough to get a tuition-free college degree.
No, Mother.
I don't know why you bothered. You won't stay in a job long enough to make it worthwhile. They'll find out how stupid you are soon enough.
Sorry, Mother. Did I tell you how much I love my wedding dress?
Cost enough. $500. If you weren't so fat, you could have fit into mine.
Mother exits into her bedroom. She continues yammering at Mattie while she's getting ready for the wedding. Hair, makeup.
I'm only a size 10. Besides, your dress is knee-length and moth-eaten and olive green.
Never mind that. My waist was the size of a 6-year-old until I was in high school. You just take after your father. Heavy set.
I know, Mother.
How in the world did you ever catch such a nice, good-looking boy like Jerry? Heaven knows what he sees in you.
Yes, Mother. When will Laura get here? She's not answering my text, my phone calls, emails.
She's not your bridesmaid. The preacher's wife is.
What?
Laura isn't even invited.
I talked to her 2 months ago. I told her it was a small wedding. I told her to wear something lavender. As she was my maid of honor, I addressed the invitation.
And I threw it away. It's a small party. No one would be bothered to see you anyway. They just come to make fun of you. My brother will stand up for Jerry.
Mattie sees Jerry come in and motions him to be quiet.
Mother, this is my day.
And your father's and my money to spend as we like. No argument. You will do as I say and not another word.
Yes, Mother.
Jerry says the following quietly so her mother won't hear.
Hey, sweetheart, love of my life. By the way, your suitcases are all packed in the car. Your father warned me about brides and Mother Zilla. It's below this pop standard, you know.
You're my hero. You're my knight in shining armor come to rescue me out from under at last.
Hey, your father slipped me a bunch of money to elope and a prepaid credit card. You can call Laura to explain the situation. We'll pick up Laura on the way, okay?
She lives 3 hours.
Yeah, it's okay, babe. My girl needs her BFF on her so special day. I called Al and he'll meet us at Laura's. I don't want your uncle as my best man either. We're starting our own life. You will be queen of your own castle.
And we'll be in another county.
Your dad called in a favor with a friend of his who can marry us. He was anticipating this. He's going to make an excuse and leave your mother to rant. He wants to see you on your big day. He got the cake sent to the new place, flowers have been rerouted, photographer in the lieu. He rescued all the invites from the trash and gave all the new locations. He's a good guy. He loves you very much. The only one not known is your mother.
Maddie is all smiles, picks up a tote bag, throws a photo album, some pictures, her childhood teddy bear inside, polishes off the last bit of wine, precious mementos. Jerry takes the suitcase. She grabs her laptop, cell, charger, purse, and jacket and follows him.
I don't want any nonsense. This will be perfect. Enough guests will be taking pics with cell phones, so we didn't bother with a photographer. Same with flowers. Roses and daisies from the garden are good enough. Got a cake mix from Betty Crocker and baked it until 2 in the morning. Did you hear me? Marvin,
Gertrude,
where did that lazy daughter of ours go? I swear she gets more and more like you every day.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It wasn't meant that way, you idiot.
I know. I'll take it that way anyway. Maddie and Jerry left in his car with her suitcases.
Ingrates, the nerve of them. After all I've done, she's a no good,
For
stupid...
once in your life, will you shut up?
Blackout.
I never knew this is what I wanted. I never knew this is what I need. I never knew what it meant to be complete. I did not know. I thought I was fine alone. I thought that I was happy. I never truly knew happiness till I found you. I never knew this is what I wanted. I never knew this is what I need. I never knew what it meant to be complete. I do now. God put you in my life for a reason. God put us on the same path. And the stars aligned and we intertwined. I'm home at last. I never knew this is what I wanted. I never knew this is what I need. I never knew what it meant to be complete. I do now. Across time and space, only death will sever. Our souls are not forever. Our love will last. I never knew this is what I wanted. I never knew this is what I need. I never knew what it meant to be complete. I do now. I do now. I do now.
Scene 2. Morning greetings. The setting is a kitchen. There is a kitchen counter on table, coffee pot, 2 mugs, and creamer, etc., etc. A full bottle of good wine and an empty on the counter. The following happens 3 times. One at a time, the husband and wife enter the kitchen and fix their coffee. They are hurrying out the door to work.
Good morning, darling.
Good morning. I sure do love you.
They kiss passionately.
I can't wait for you to get home. Okay, dearest. I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting for your kisses.
And other things. Bye, darling. Have a wonderful day.
You too, darling.
As he's exiting.
Oh, I have the best man in the whole world. Not every girl has her own Prince Charming. And knight in shining armor rolled into one.
Wife exits, blackout. Lights on. Decanter of whiskey on the counter. Empty highball glasses.
Good morning, dear.
She stirs coffee, pours some whiskey in when Jerry's not looking.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm tired this morning.
Oh, you got home a little late from the fire and ice.
I know. Oh, God, I overdid it this time, just a little.
It's going to be a busy day today. Training sessions.
Yeah. Can you stop by the deli and get something on your way home? I'll phone in and order. There's nothing in the house for dinner.
Why don't we go out?
That sounds good. We haven't had alone time for a long time. My knight in shining armor rescues me again. This time from a boring dinner. I do love you.
Okay, that's a plan. Let's meet at Giuseppe's Italian, okay? I'll make a reservation. Say it's 7.
That's sweet. They have a good wine list. That'll be a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day, sweetheart.
Love you.
Quick kiss on the lips, husband grabs newspaper and exits.
See ya. Kiss, kiss. Hug, hug.
Bye, dear.
Maddie grabs a small bottle of whiskey from the cupboard, puts it in her purse, and exits after a quick gulp of coffee. Blackout. Lights up. Bottle of bourbon on the counter, one full, one almost empty. Maddie is in the kitchen first, pouring coffee. We see her pouring a splash of bourbon into her coffee before taking a sip and adding more. Jerry enters and fixes his coffee. They barely glance at each other and grunt at each other in passing, each looking at the mail or the morning paper.
Morning.
Good morning. Oh, God, do I have a headache?
Her mind is elsewhere, she's distracted.
You don't look too well.
Yeah, my hands are shaking. Maybe I have Parkinson's. What do you think?
Make a doctor's appointment. Maybe go a little easy on the booze.
I'll be okay. Just some bourbon calms the shaking.
I'll be late at the
Airbrush
office.
kiss.
End of month reports.
Okay. I have a lot of errands after work. I'll be back late.
Okay.
Bye.
She exits, putting a pint of whiskey into her purse and a folder of papers.
Yeah, bye.
He exits with a paper and coat. Blackout. Scene 3. Too busy for loving. Lights up. Later, she comes home, takes her coat off, tosses it aside, pours a highball, heavy on the whiskey, goes through the mail, puts mail in the tray, spots a folded paper, brightly colored, pretty. Curious, she unfolds it, reads out loud to herself the following.
Dearest Jerry, I so enjoyed our time last night. You were so funny. You had me laughing all during dinner at the San Franciscan. Being cozy next to you in a booth with your warm hand on my thigh was so hot. You were so romantic, dancing, holding me so close. You know what I wanted to do to you. I did do at the Bluebird Motel down the street. I can't wait until you're divorced. You said she was out of town and couldn't sign the final papers. I can't wait to be with you. I love you with my whole heart and soul. Love always yours, for Pamela.
By now she's hanging on to herself. Her face is pale and her breathing was shallow. She rocks back and forth trying to hold back the tears. She makes her way to the nearest chair and sinks into it, holding herself close. The phone rings. She sees it's Jerry. Taking a deep breath, she answers the phone and we hear only one side of the conversation.
Hello? I just got here. So, oh, you're still at the office at 8 o'clock at night. Right. Can't your client take a cab home? I see. She doesn't feel safe. She lives in the valley, so it would be quite late when you get home. Oh, sure.
She slams the phone down. By now, she's also pissed off. She crumbles the letter and throws it, picks it up and straightens it out, folds it back again and places on top of the mail, pours a tall glass of whiskey, quick blackout and back on to denote time passing. Door opens. She's sitting in with a glass of whiskey. You can tell she's been drinking.
Hi. I thought you would be asleep. It's after 3.
You hoped I would be asleep, so I wouldn't notice what time you came in.
What's that supposed to mean? I've had a long, hard day at the office. I don't need this when I come home.
Yeah, well, you've had a hard night, haven't you? Out with Pamela? Who is she? And what's this about a fucking divorce?
I hoped you wouldn't find out.
Find out? Are you crazy?
I meant to take that with me.
Has she been here? And again, divorce? Last weekend, we were planning a trip for our 20th anniversary, and you were the one Googling locations. Or were you just emailing her?
You know, we are going on this trip.
Try again, buddy.
She is nobody. She was handy. There's a new better store where I get my coffee.
Yeah, well, how long has this been going on?
Just once. I swear.
Really?
Glaring daggers at him,
Okay? A month.
tapping her foot.
Oh, is that right?
Okay. 3 months.
3 months.
Maybe 4. All right. 6 months. It happened when you were away on one of your 3-week business trips. I let my head get away from you. I imagined you in the bar after your meetings having a good time, so I invited her to the bar. It's no excuse, but I found myself missing you. So lonely for you, and at the same time resenting you for leaving. Things got carried away. I'm sorry.
So that's an excuse for treating us both like crap, like we don't matter? I thought we had a life together, and now she is planning a life together with you? You can't have it both ways. I need to get away from this and think.
Maddie starts to walk away.
Come here. Please. I really do love you. I want to grow old with you. I don't want anyone else, please. Pookie Bear.
Where are the divorce papers?
There are no divorce papers. I never saw a lawyer. I never called a lawyer. I never Googled divorce lawyers.
Either you commit to me 100% and tell her adios, or pack a suitcase and hit the road. No more of this two-timing me.
Let's start over, okay? See a counselor. Do things differently. I don't know, spend time together. Make our relationship a priority. I don't want to lose you.
You blame me. What about your business trips? Late nights at the office, working 7 days a week to get ahead. There's never any time for us anymore. I need more than you've been giving me. More than you've been giving her.
My business trips are totally necessary.
Ah, and mine aren't? You sexist pig.
I want my beautiful wife back.
Well, I've gained a few pounds just like you. We've both had added wrinkles since we got married. I don't have the same youthful figure you fell in love with. You want to trade me in for a newer, younger model?
No, that's not what I meant. I want my wife back, who I consider beautiful.
Oh, and no one else does, I suppose.
I don't know. I just know what I like. Love. You. I love you.
Changed. You're no longer delicious. No longer arm candy, not a porcelain doll to be put away and taken out when you were ready. I'm a full human being. I need a man who will stick by me, be kind and loving and compassionate.
Yeah, well, I need more from you, too. Good mornings like we used to. Fewer business trips, or at least keep in touch when you're away. Less drinking. I want date nights, and I need you to know what you want me, need me. I need to know that you love me.
I need more. I want date nights and not just McDonald's. I need to know that you want me, need me, love me. Come up to me and hug me and kiss me, and not just the only foreplay I get, the